fine with that. But why just use them, for lack of a better term? Why just have sex with them and throw them back in the water? Because you know that's a man's future wife that you're banging.
No, and this is the thing. See, I agree with most of what you're saying. The only part that, or one of the parts that I want to know is, where'd you get the idea that a woman's value lowers when she has sex?
Well, it's proven that the divorce rates for women that have 10 or more sex partners are the highest. Okay, so that's not good. But as a man who,
but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, how is the correlation based on sex? Because I've never heard of someone getting married and they fill out a form that said, I had sex with these many partners, then they get married and then they get divorced. And they're like, oh, well, we looked at all the stats and we've had all these women who jotted down how many men they had sex with, and this is the exact reason why the relationship ended. Like, where does that at?
Okay, let me
jump in real quick.
Well, let me just say one thing, say one thing real quick, because this is what I believe. Well, first off, I don't know if you saw the absolute roasting that Andrew Wilson was taking online this week because he married a woman with two divorces and 3 baby daddies, and people were just giving it to him because sexual marketplace. She's a low value woman, like it or not. I don't make the rules, but I believe that sex is a connection mechanism. Biologically, women pair bond through sex. When they orgasm, they have a flood of something called oxytocin. It's a hormone that makes them attached to you. Okay, so if a woman has multiple sex partners, every time she has an orgasm, she attaches to that man. It's like glue, and then she pulls away, and then she attaches, and then she pulls away, and then after a while, she's not so sticky anymore. She can't pair bond to the man that she eventually falls in love with. That's why it's bad.
So how do you explain sex workers who are married?
I don't know about sex workers who are married, but I guess there's exceptions.
Or non-monogamous women who are married. You have women who are non-monogamous who have sex with multiple men and they're in healthy marriages.
I would say that proves it's true, because why do they need to have sex? Any woman I've ever dated, they only want to have sex with me. The fact is that they couldn't pair bond with the guy, and they're needing something to fill whatever it's missing in that relationship.
No. You said, notice what I'm saying. You said bond in a relationship, which means that we're bonding non-sexually, yes?
No, yes, again, I didn't follow.
Okay, so if what do you mean by bonding? That means we are actually in a relationship and we bond. So that means we get pair together. Bonding. Right. We get together in this pair. It's me and this person. And then we, as a pair, are bonding non-sexually, like meaning we're having an actual relationship.
No, I said women bond when they orgasm. They cleave, is what the Bible says. They cleave and become one flesh. They release this oxytocin and they attach. This is why women get clingy after sex.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, let's say you have, for example, a woman who's a porn star and she's been married to her husband for 20 years. So what I'm saying is, how is she able to bond to that man for 20 years?
What I'm saying is there's exceptions to every rule. Exceptions don't make the rule untrue. They actually prove the rule.
No, but this is what I'm saying. That's not the exception. What I'm saying is there's porn stars, sex workers, swinger couples, other people who are in non-monogamy. Because when we talk about non-monogamy is a broad thing. It's not just a man in a polygynous relationship. You see what I'm saying? So you have polyamorous relationships that go all across the board, which means that you have women who have main, I don't like to use the word partner, but they have main people that they're in a relationship with, that they bond with, and they're together for years. That's what I'm saying.
I would say they're not bonded that well because they wouldn't need other partners. But here's, at the end of the day, numbers don't lie.
But then by your logic, then that means that you're
Let me just finish what I'm saying, because the numbers don't lie. At the end of the day, women with 10 or more sex partners have the highest divorce rate. And we could pull that up. So you could say, oh, I know somebody that played the lotto and won. That doesn't mean I'm going to make it my retirement plan. Shit happens. I mean, yes, once in a while somebody gets lucky, but the facts is women with the highest sex partners have the highest divorce rates, and you can't get around that.
Right, because you're talking about statistics where they say 76.3% of statistics are fake.
Let's just pull it up.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is,
okay. Can I jump in real quick?
They're saying that 73.6% of statistics are fake. Now, let's say that's a fake statistic. Let's say what I just said is fake. That's a double bind. So that means that either if that's true that most statistics are fake, then that means most statistics are bullshit. But if that statistic is fake, then that means that you can't trust statistics because that statistic is fake.
Okay,
that's called a double bind.
Let's go back to what you said, because I think everyone would disagree with this. You don't think that a woman with a high body count is worth any less than a virgin?
No, what makes her less?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Right, can I jump in right there? So I think every single man, yourself included, Mr. Locario, if you're given the option of marriage, you said you were married before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I don't know what your plans are, but let's just use a hypothetical here. And we're given the option of multiple women, a virgin, 2 to 5 partners, 50 plus partners. Who are we going to pick if they're all equal in education, beauty? General standards are all the same. Who are you going to pick for a wife?
I'm going to pick I'm going to fuck all of them, and I'm going to pick the one I'm most sexually compatible with.
Okay, but they're all in general the same. Whatever. So sexual compatibility that's a matter of like time with an individual.
No, not necessarily.
A woman who has like 200, who's had 200 partners, she has a lot of sexual experience, but if there's no compatibility there, it's just going to be bad sex.
Right, but you can also have bad sex with a virgin.
Well, yeah, for sure.
So why would I pick the virgin? So if I have bad sex with a virgin, why would I pick her to be married?
Let's say risk in there. You have the risk of bad sex with a virgin or the risk of a bad sex with someone with 200 partners. Who would you pick as a lifelong partner?
I'm going to pick none of them because it's all bad sex. So I'm going to pick who has. So if I have sex with a virgin,
this is genius though, brother. Come on, man.
No. But that's my point. It's about compatibility and it's about what I like. So what I'm saying is, see, this is the issue with a lot of this stuff, and it's not. And it may be because, and I don't like to bring the religion into it, but see, there's a difference between doing things based on what you want to do versus doing things based off of going towards what your religion wants or what society says to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is a lot of this is why I asked the question about a woman's count being lowered, because what I'm saying is logistically, if we say a woman's value is decreased by the amount of men she had sex with, then we're essentially saying that men are low value. Because you're saying that her value decreases as the guys are having sex with her.
Yes, because she has no discretion.
I can safely say that the vast majority of men, given those options, will take the lower count woman.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they wouldn't. This is what I'm saying. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Automatically, just by the nature of men. The nature of men in general is to take a woman that has a lower count. That's just
that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. What I'm saying is the reasoning why they would is because they don't think for themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of guys are indoctrinated to have that insecurity, which is why they are worried about the body count. Because like you said, because check this out. Rob is saying the statistics say this. So if I'm an average dude, I'm going to be like, well, wait a second. The statistics say that women who have this amount of sex more likely are not going to be able to pair bond, which means that I'm not, what's the point of getting with her? But the reason why the guy is saying that is because he doesn't think for himself. He's thinking based on what he heard. That's what I'm saying.